So, what is flipped learning?
Flipped learning is a form of blended learning that involves students and teachers having reversed roles. So the student is the teacher in the classroom setting, and students are responsible for learning the content themselves via internet resources that's provided beforehand from the teacher. And instead of doing their homework at home, it's done in school in a discussion forum setting where teachers and students work on problem-solving questions and do practical work that's directly related back to the lesson.
And why is flipped learning a good idea?
It's a good idea because it allows students time to reflect on the material that they're being given rather than discussing it quickly in class and throwing an assignment or a task at them to be assessed. So it allows for a more clear and concise evaluation of student learning. It allows the students also to go back and re-listen to the lesson if they're not able to understand or fully grasp the concept. And it's in control of the student, so it's at the student's pace, it's their motivation, they learn as they want to learn. Also, it allows for class time to be split up more efficiently, so instead of spending 50 minutes explaining a lesson, the students can review the content material at home, have more time to work through it, have more time to question it themselves, and bring those questions and discussions into the classroom for a more rich and more educational discussion.
Who's putting it into place?
One of the schools that's doing this most efficiently is Algonquin College. They use the flip model to explain the workings of editing software. This also allows students to fast forward what they already know and repeat what they need to know more. So instead of taking up classroom time repeating lessons that aren't understood, the student is able to repeat it by themselves. Also, Penn State is doing it for an accounting class, not as efficiently, but they are also using flipped learning, using discussions and guest speakers.
And are there any cons to flipped learning?
There are cons. Because the students are doing it at home, it might be more beneficial to initially discuss the topic in the classroom just so the teacher can ensure that the student has a concrete understanding of the topic to begin with. Because if the student goes home with a unsure understanding of the lesson at hand, then when they come to class with discussions and questions from their homework, it will too be from this incorrect point. Also, another con for flipped learning is if students have a lack of motivation to learn things on their own pace. So if you get home after a long lazy day of school and they don't feel like doing their homework, it is their prerogative to do or not to do their homework. And also, not all students have access to computers or to internet. So if they do not have access to the internet, an accommodation that is possible is recording it on a disk to give out to the students to bring home to simply place into their computer to listen without having internet access.
All right, awesome.